Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to learn how to use if, else if, and else statements in Java to make decisions in your code. Here you can see the common syntax for using if, else if, and else. Java supports logical conditions just like math. This helps us compare values and determine relationships between them. In programming, we often call these comparison operators or relational operators. These conditions always return a Boolean value, either true or false. Let's learn about if-else statements with examples in IntelliJ and see how they work. Open the project we created together and then open the main class. First, I want to remove our previous codes. Here. We use the if statement to execute a block of code only when a specific condition is true. For example, if we have our condition here, for example, 20 bigger than 18. Curly braces. I want to print a message here for showing the result. In this example, the condition 20 bigger than 18 is true. So the code inside the if block runs and we see this message 20 is greater than 18. You can see it together. Here, you can see the result. If the condition is not true, the code inside the if block will not run. In such cases, we can use else or else if to handle other possible conditions. You can also use variables in your conditions, which is how you usually see them in real world code. Let's do it together. Define a variable and, for example, x and another variable and in this example, x greater than y evaluates to true since 20 bigger than 18. So the message x is greater than y is printed. We run it to show you this result. Here you can see it. X is greater than y. Here, if the if condition means x greater than y is false, the code inside the if block is skipped. For example, we can change. In such cases, we can use else block to run alternative code. Okay, here else open and closes curly braces. Inside the curly braces, we write another message to show the result. And here we can see the result also. Yeah, you can see it. X is not greater than y. Here, this condition is not true, it's false. Because of that, this code skipped and this code will be executed and we have this result. Sometimes we need to test more than one condition in sequence. For that situation, we use else if. Let's do it with together. For example, we have two equal number here. Okay, we can have else if here. In this situation, we can say if x greater than y, let's execute this line of code. If x smaller than y. Let's run this line of code. System dot else x is here our first condition is false, our second condition is false, and our else code should be executed and show this result to us. Let's run it with together and see the result. Yeah, here you can see x is equal to y. You can also nest if-else statements, meaning you can put an if or else if block inside another one for even more complex decision making. And that's a simple explanation of if, else, if, and else statement in Java. These are fundamental building blocks for creating dynamic and responsive programs. Practice using them and you'll soon be making your code smarter. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. You can find all the course materials on my GitHub. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support is appreciated. See you in the next episode.